Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Fantom, whose current price stands at the $0.2401 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 0.29%. And in this video I want to give you the short-term and the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot structures, the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances. And allow me to kickstart the video here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the Fantom chart. So Fantom, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, making it to an all-time high at around the $3.5 mark, in a movement that I'm terming as a higher Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side. And after seeing the all-time high, we had been seeing this massive ABC corrective structure, which took us back to around the $0.16 mark, in a movement that I'm terming as a higher Elliott wave count 2. And after seeing that low down there, we have been seeing I'm expecting another bounce to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 3 before we see a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 in the next bull market. And giving you a measure from the all-time high, you can see Fantom is down more than 93%, and that means there are chances that we might have seen the low for that higher Elliott wave count 2, and there are also chances that we have seen the bear market low. And very soon I'm expecting a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3, and that movement will be taking us to an all-time high, because if I sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 using a trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the Fibonacci's to the low of the second wave, that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that perfectly lies at around the $5.8347 mark, and that is the minimum that I'll be expecting Fantom to do in the next bull market in the formation of that wave 3 before we see another bounce in the formation of our wave 5 to complete a higher Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side. And that is my long-term scenario that I'm expecting to play out here on the Fantom chart. And jumping to the 1 hour chart for further analysis and also give you the short-term scenarios that I expect to play out, you can see that here on the 1 hour chart, this is where we made our low at around the $0.016 mark, and we had been trading within this channel, and we managed to break out of the channel to the upper side and continued pushing even higher. And in that movement to the upside, Fantom had been obeying the Elliott wave structures, and if I have my Elliott wave structure over here, we can have that as the first wave to the upside. Then we saw a bit of a retracement over here in the formation of a second wave, then another bounce in the formation of a wave 3, and right now my primary scenario is that we're in the formation of this wave 4 before we continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to complete a higher Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliott wave structure that I have over here, in the formation of a second wave, which is a corrective wave, we also expected to see an ABC corrective structure, and I believe that is what we are seeing over here, having this as the wave A, then a wave B, then we continued pushing even low in the formation of that wave C, which fully maximized the formation of that second wave. And after seeing that low for the second wave, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3, and using a trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the Fibonacci's to the low of the second wave, that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, which is a target area that we fully maximized and continued pushing even higher to the fib level 2.618, and that is where we made our high for that wave 3, meaning we have an extended wave 3 to the upside. And after seeing the high for that wave 3, whatever we expect next is a bit of a retracement in the formation of this wave 4, and using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the second wave to the high of that wave 2, that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.382 as a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this fourth wave, and that perfectly lies between the $0.2197 mark and the $0.296 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting Fantom to do to fully maximize the formation of this fourth wave before we see another bounce to the upper side in the formation of that fifth wave. And to fully support that movement to the lower side in the formation of this wave 4, we had seen a chart pattern that was in formation over here that was giving us a breakout to the lower side to fully maximize the formation of that fourth wave. And if I draw it out, that chart pattern is a triple top, and we can have that as the first top, then we saw the formation of the neckline, then we saw the formation of the second top, a neckline, and the other top, and we have seen a bit of a breakout to the lower side. And this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the lower side, having the minimum target area of the breakout as the height between the tops and the neckline, and I can get that height, then place it below the neckline, and that perfectly gives me a minimum target area back to around the $0.2157 mark, which perfectly lies within this target area that I have sketched out as a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 4. But you can see from these movements over here, we have not fully maximized the breakout to the lower side, and we are seeing a bit of a bounce to the upper side, and that means there are chances that Fantom might be having a bit of a recovery to the upper side before we see that continued movement to the lower side in the formation of this wave 4. And for us to say that we are still in the formation of this wave 4, we need to continue holding below these tops that we have over here. But in case Fantom manages to break above the 20-day MA and continue pushing even higher, and also manage to break above the wave, that is the wave 3 high, and continue pushing higher and make a new high, then that will make me to adjust my Elliot wave count, having the new high as the high for that wave 3, then expect another retracement to the lower side in the formation of that wave 4 before we see an impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of that wave 5. So those are my short-term and long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out here on the Fantom chart. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the 1 hour chart. Here on the 1 hour chart, we are trading at around the 48 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side and also any movements to the lower side. Also taking a look at the MACD. On the MACD, we had printed a bearish cross down here, and we are also seeing a bit of a decrease in the selling momentum, and maybe soon we might be able to print a bullish cross. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. And if you like the video, make sure that you check out the channel membership as a way of supporting me. That's all for this video.